Hello guys.
Brendan, it's a bit frustrating every time you got back into the game. Because you felt like a minute later.
Yeah, no, it was a bit of a mixed bag for us today. We some really good moments, but in key moments of the game we made mistakes. So it was at 2-1. You're in a good place in the game, and then at 3-2, we've 15 odd minutes to go, and we've changed the shape and got good momentum in the game. We concede, so yeah, disappointing in that aspect.
Is there any sort of transfer window interference going on in any of the players' heads, Brendan, or do you think they're able to shut out all the noise at this stage of the season?
Yeah, I think it's obviously difficult for young players, but I think you see with the spirit of the team, they kept fighting right from the very first whistle. We started the game well, really aggressive, and then just before the drinks break, we concede it's a great finish, but we can do better, on that aspect. But I think for the players, you see they kept going right to the very end, and if we don't concede the goals or make the mistakes for the goals, then the scoreline's much closer.
Brendan, just on that question there, at the final whistle, Wesley went straight over to the Leicester fans. I mean, I don't want to sort of engage in psychology, but it looked like someone that might be thinking about saying farewell. Is there any sort of update you have on that result?
Well, that's what you need to write. You write he's saying farewell. So that's your story. So
I mean, there's not been any change in that.
No, I think he was giving the fans a clap. I didn't say a farewell clap. But you need to write what you need to write.
Yeah,
that's the story.
Brendan, you said before the game that you felt the new signings had taken Arsenal to another level with the performance of Jesus and Zinchenko. Were they even better than you perhaps anticipated?
No, I've got to say, no, the boys have been great. I think for us the game was a lot more, it was a lot closer. Than, as I said, the scoreline was in the end. We just poor goals, but I think anyone could see today that Gabriel Jesus, when you bring in a world-class player, it's not just what he brings to the team, it's what a new signing gives to everyone else. The confidence, and then, like I said, Zinchenko, they're coming out of a winning environment. A real mentality where they look after themselves every day, they train like dogs to be the best they can be, and then that then spills onto the rest of the team. And I think the young guy Saliba has come in, and I think he'll do very, very well. I haven't seen him since he was 17, 18. So yeah, those three, bringing three starters into your team can make a big difference.
I suppose the obvious contrast would be Leicester this summer haven't really made as many signings, and you talk about the impact on the whole squad. I suppose there is a kind of ironic contrast there.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that you miss. It's not just what the player will bring to the team, it's what it brings to the others. You especially if you bring in big quality. If you can bring in quality, then it galvanises the others, and that's the nature of football. You're always looking to recycle your squad, bring in and improve the squad and the team, which refreshes it, and then it keeps going. So, but I have to say, I have to give a big credit to the players today, because in a really, really hot day, they were very competitive. We just made mistakes, but they kept fighting, they kept working, and like I said, if we could have kept the scoreline closer for longer periods when we did come back into it, then we could have maybe done more to the scoreline.
I know you like that Danny comes for crosses. Is that one of the things you're going to have to accept, that sometimes he'll come for a cross and he won't quite get there? Yeah,
I think Wesley was a bit deep. If I'm honest, if Wesley's up, then he comes and takes it. In more space. So, our back line, or certainly Wesley, could have been higher up the pitch, which meant he's coming and taking it and catching it in space. But no, listen, it's going to be a part of it when you do come for crosses at times. But you see, in the actual first two games, he's been fantastic. Today made two really good saves as well. So yeah, it was just unfortunate for him that we conceded from that.
Do you think there'll be sort of you say about Wesley being maybe a little bit deeper, is there going to be teething problems because it is a new goalkeeper? It's, it's a goalkeeper that had been so used to one goalkeeper for so long, and now they've got.
Yeah, absolutely. So that decision making and that synchronisation just takes a little bit of time. But I was happy with Wardy's distribution, and he's only going to get better with the more experience, and that's the whole idea of getting him in there, getting games, because you see his qualities and how he can help us, and moments like today when he's conceded, that's also part of being a goalkeeper.
Set piece goal again, which I know you won't be happy about, but this set piece coach that's on his way, is he going to be able to solve that? Listen,
I think today's really unfortunate. There's a lot made of our set pieces last season, which was hugely disappointing, of course, and we're open and honest enough to say that. I think in the first 2 games we've defended our corners really, really well. That one there was unfortunate. It comes in and Vards is the one that flicks it on. It's just got above him and he scored at the back post. So from what I've seen in this early part of the season and what we've had to defend against Brentford, who are very good at set pieces, and against Arsenal, we've looked strong. Unfortunate in that moment.